With that, I will call the December 4th, 2025 Clay County Board of Adjustment meeting to order. First item on our agenda is the approval of minutes from our last meeting, which was September 25th, 2025.
I will move approval.
I have a motion and a second.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second for approval of those minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes 4-0. The next item is a public comment where you can comment about anything that's on tonight's agenda. I will open that. Anybody want to talk about this? We're going to come to certain items too, but just, okay. I'll close it and come back to us for the first public hearing, which is BOA 25-0016. And with that, I will turn it over to our staff.
Excuse me, thank you, Chair. Jenny Brylup, Zoning Chief, presenting BOA 25-0016. This is for Douglas and Shooty Fuzzle. Did I say that correctly? Fuzzell. The property is at 17112 Pickwick Place in Fleming Island, and they would like a reduction in the side setback from 20 feet to 9.5. So this is an aerial of the property. It is on the west side of Swimming Pen and on the east side of Swimming Pen Drive. So a little bit of background on this parcel. It's located in the Oak Park subdivision. The home was actually built in 1970s and in 1970, and it was the family home of Miss Fuzzell. So the existing home currently sits at the 9.5 side setback. So what this would be a variance to, it would be section 13-11D, which is a non-conforming structure. And it says if it's more than 60% of the house is removed, it shall be constructed in conformity with the code. And I had asked the applicants if they could retain some of the foundation to not have to come before this board. And they said, after speaking with their contractor, that they needed to remove the entire existing structure. So they would like to tear down the old home and replace it with a new home in the same footprint. So although staff finds no hardship exists with this property, it does match the pattern of the neighborhood. And so ultimately, I have recommended approval, but I can go through the criteria for you. So this is the existing home on the lot, and you can see the side setbacks are 9.5 feet on the north side and approximately, I can't read that, but I think it's 10 feet on the south. So the conditions of approval of a variance are there special circumstances that exist. The special circumstances are that this house existed in this Oak Park plat, which essentially all of the lots are 80 feet wide. The minimum lot width for AR zoning, which this is in, is 100 feet wide. So that lot is non-compliant with the existing AR zoning. All of the properties in this Oak Park plat appear to have been built in this same fashion so that none of them meet the 20-foot side setback. The existing residential structure, as I said, was built in 1970 before zoning was established. And the applicant would like to upgrade the home. Therefore, they cannot meet, they would like to replace it in the same footprint that it currently exists, which would not adhere to the AR code. The granting of the variance would confer on the applicant a privilege that is denied by other properties in the AR zoning district, however, not in this Oak Park plat. The literal interpretation of the ordinance would not deprive the applicant of rights enjoyed by other property owners in the AR district. However, it would deprive the owner of similar rights in this plat. The requested variance to decrease the side setback is the minimum of variance to allow for the construction of a new home consistent with the patterns along the street. And I feel that the granting of the variance would be in harmony with the general intent of the Land Development Code by mimicking the historic pattern of development throughout the neighborhood. So as I said, staff does recommend approval based on this criteria that I outlined for you. And I'm happy to answer any questions, and the applicant is here.
Kenny, let me ask you a question. The applicant asked to be, grandfathered, and you were saying if they could save the foundation, you were looking for something like that. I also read in the application package why they can't save that foundation, because it worked fine for the house as it is, but you have to build exactly on top of what's right there.
And the same size, so they're increasing the square footage of the home, so the foundation may not be structurally sound for that amount.
Exactly. Like you were saying, back when that subdivision was done, was there a plat, and on the plat, did it say what the side yard setbacks were?
The plat did not say. I have copies of the plat in the Oak Park subdivision, so it was a certain amount along Swimming Pen.
Right.
But it did not have the side setbacks on
They
the
were-
plat. We started doing that after
Okay,
zoning was.
I know we do it now, and that's what you would say, was, okay, they're 80-foot wide lots minimum or whatever, and you have a 10-foot wide, and that's what they've got there.
Mhm.
But now, in that zoning category, it's 20.
And in all candor, the zoning category should probably be something different than AR.
They are, right. It's kind of, can we put a grandfather blanket over the entire subdivision? Because every house in there is non-compliant right now.
You can, Jamie, it's my understanding they can do that if they choose to do that. This board can grant a variance for all of the properties within this plat. Okay.
So yours is the only one that doesn't.
Mine's good.
Yours is good. Okay, we're gonna let Tom stay. Everybody else has to go. Sorry.
I know, we've done a lot of them on this road before.
Well, it's exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how Tom got here. But that's just it. I mean, the houses were built on 80-foot wide lots with 10-foot side yard setback, and now the criteria would be, for that zoning category, would be 100-foot wide lots, so they don't comply, and they got a 20-foot. You still have the 60-foot wide swath to build your house in, which is what they had back then. So it's like, okay, there's how many houses you got on your street? 50?
No. The water side, which this one's on, the water side are narrow.
Okay.
My
okay.
side
It's wider.
are,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
wider.
So, anyway.
I'm 125, something like that.
Oh, okay. So, yeah,
No, it's only this section of the Oak Park plat.
okay. And it's not only where people want to rebuild on that lot, which, over time, I can't tell you how many lots around Doctor's Lake where somebody had a little weekend getaway shed almost. It's
Mhm.
now a $3 million home, and you go, wow, but because it was just, they were very small houses, and now they're,
Well, lifestyle changes.
what?
Lifestyle changes.
Oh, yeah, exactly, so, okay. I will, anybody else have any questions of Jenny before I bring up Mr., is it Fuzzle? Fuzzell, okay. If you'd come up and introduce yourself, I have to swear you in. State your name and address for the record, please, sir.
Okay, it's Douglas K. Fazell, and my current address is 1712 Pickwick Place in Fleming Island.
Okay. Do you swear that everything you're about to state is the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Good. Anything else that you want to add to what we've discussed other than what we've just bantered about
Okay,
here.
yeah, just a couple things real quick if I can. I did talk to the adjoining neighbors on each side of the property. I do have signed letters from them saying they have no issue with what we're trying to do.
Okay.
And I have these for anybody who wants to look at them.
Put them in the file, or we can pass them through and then.
I think that, no. And the adjoining neighbors live at 81 Swimming Pen Drive, and their last names are the Dorseys. And the other neighbor, the other neighbor to the left of the property, that address is 75 Swimming Pen Drive, and that's Sopat Lim and his wife. I couldn't get her signature, but I got his. But they had no issue with it. Bottom line, we're gonna really improve and have a new modern structure and one story, and I think it'll just enhance the neighborhood. And yeah, my wife has lived there since she was in 7th grade until she,
So for 20 years.
yeah. So, but yeah, we bought the property from her mother, who's nearby, and it's, one of the other reasons is flat ceiling, no central heat and air, no attic. Can't get insurance on the property. It's leaking, and this foundation that you mentioned, we considered that, but it has believe it or not, there's a huge tree built. The house is built around a huge tree in the middle of the house, and it's damaged the foundation.
Are you saving the tree?
No,
Okay.
but it's damaged the foundation, and plumbing problems. It's kind of like it's time.
Gotta go. Time
Yeah.
for it to go.
But that's about it, right? Okay. That's all you need?
That's all.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You could stick around in case we have some questions. Up there. Yeah,
Okay.
because you gotta answer them on the microphone.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, you mentioned that tree. As you know, I'm very familiar with it. I drive by it every day.
Yeah.
Just a question, what about some of the other trees out front? I just thought a lot of them, that we have no say about that. I just
Yeah.
wondered.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna have to go because they're so old and falling down, and to build a new driveway and a larger footprint,
Yeah.
they're just gonna, I'm looking forward to planting new, fresh landscaping and trees there in its place. So,
Well, depending upon the type of trees, I mean, Jenny could probably say more to this. I know in projects that I have done where you try so hard to save the trees.
Yeah.
And then the arborist will say, well, that tree's got like a 50, 75-year lifespan anyway, so it's probably gonna die in
Right.
20 years, whether or not you build something or not.
yeah, they're kind of at that stage.
Yeah.
They're that old and
Yeah.
filled with Spanish moss, and they've had their day, I guess.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay,
I'll say it's probably a shame because your wife probably remembers when it was a beautiful tree when she was a kid and
Oh,
climbed
yeah,
in it.
yeah.
You got any questions? Anybody? Okay.
I would make a motion to approve. Oh,
Thank you very much. Okay, now you can have a seat.
Okay.
And as I was reminded by my excellent staff, now I'm opening it to a public hearing. Is there anybody else here that would like to speak for or against this application? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing and bring it back to us. And now we can have a motion.
I would like to make a motion to approve
25.
25-0016.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for approval. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Aye.
You're opposed?
Yeah,
Okay. Did you want to ask questions about it?
no.
Okay. Well, it's approved 3-1. Okay. Good luck to you. Okay.
Thank you.
She's sitting in Bill's seat.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's Bill's seat.
Bill's.
That's Ghost of Bill Pass. Okay. Okay. Now, we move on to 25-0017.
Okay. Again, Jenny Bryla, zoning chief, representing BOA 25. Oh, this is, I hope this is 17. Yes. Mr. Wagner? Yes. I just had the wrong number at the beginning. I will change that for the clerk. So Mr. Wagner lives at 1857 Osprey Bluff Boulevard in Fleming Island, and this is a variance to 93-16 to allow for side setback reduction from 10 feet to 9 feet. So here is the aerial of the property. You can see that he currently meets the side setbacks of the 10-foot side setbacks. The parcel is located in Fleming Island, south of County Road 220, and is east of Swimming Pen Creek. So this is on the other side. This neighborhood was developed with 40 single-family lots in 1981. The subject parcel is located on the east side of the plat, and the applicant is requesting a 1-foot deviation from the side setbacks to incorporate a full bathroom. The applicant is saying that because of the construction methods previously established on the lot, that they can't build the lavatory inside the home. When talking with the building plans reviewers and our building official, they said that that isn't a true statement, that they could build it inside the home. The home is a 4-bedroom, 3 full bath home currently. So this is a picture of the existing conditions of the home. The applicant did take and provide photographs. I'm happy to provide to you if you would like to see any of these photographs. But you can see there the construction method in the bottom left of the screen, and when I showed that to the building official, he said that wouldn't be impediment, but that was his opining. So the conditions of the variance, the residence is located in the Osprey Bluff plat, which is different from the one that we just previously saw. These lots are approximately 100 feet wide and are in the RA zoning district. The properties appear to have all been built with the correct setbacks. There's nothing unique about this lot that would allow them to deviate from the RA zoning district. The existing residential house was built in '86, and it was compliant with the development codes. Although the home may have been built with a different foundational method, it doesn't prohibit the applicant from meeting the current codes. And granting the variance will confer on the applicant a privilege denied by other properties that have been built in this neighborhood. The literal interpretation would not deprive the applicant of rights commonly enjoyed by other residents in the RA zoning district. And the request variance to decrease the side setback is the minimum variance to allow the construction of a new bathroom. The granting of the variance will not be in harmony with the general intent of the Land Development Code, and side setbacks are necessary to provide relief along the street and between homesteads. So therefore, staff does recommend denial based on the criteria for variance evaluation. And applicant is here, and I'm happy to provide any answers to questions that you might have.
Okay. So this is the same zoning category as we had on the other one?
No, sir,
Oh,
that
it's
was
not.
AR, this is RA.
Oh, okay. But this is, are these lots about 100 feet wide, basically?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it looks like they've, and they had a 10-foot side yard setback on either side, okay.
That's correct. Whereas the other AR has 20.
20, okay. Anybody got questions of Jenny before I bring up Mr. Wagner? Okay.
No.
Mr. Wagner, if you could come up to the podium and state your name and address for the record, please, sir.
My name's John Frederick Wagner. I live at 1857 Osprey Bluffs Boulevard in Fleming Island.
Okay, you swear that everything you're about to state is the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So you've got I think Jenny said a 4-bedroom, 3-bath now, and you're trying to add another bedroom and another bath on, is that?
No, we're trying to, there's an existing, I'm trying to, and I want to apologize. We misunderstood. We got communication from the county. We were in the impression this wasn't going to be a problem, so I apologize. And we actually got a notice to pay $4,800
For what?
for administrative costs from the county, and there
It
was
was send it to me because it's
That's
spam.
not-
It's a
Okay, and she
scam.
tried to reply to it, and somebody
So just forward it to me.
sent us a notice that said we need to now pay $4,800 to the county
No,
with wiring instructions.
yeah, a lot of people are getting,
Okay,
they look at agendas and then just pick out.
yeah, we brought our checkbook tonight, but I'm sorry, we were under the impression this wasn't gonna be a big problem, but, if I can explain a little bit, we bought the house in, 2017, from the original owner. It was built in 1986. The house is in very poor condition when we bought it. We bought it as a fixer-upper. We were both in a position that was kind of what we could afford at the time. And then we've kind of been delayed because of COVID. The corner of the house, if you look at the aerial photographs, we did manage to put a swimming pool in during COVID. That was the one thing we could manage. We didn't want to deal with contractors and everything else. So we put a swimming pool in where you see it on that side of the house. The other side of the house, we couldn't put the pool there because our septic tank and our drain field is on that side, and that was all permitted through the county. There's a room that is facing the pool, which we think was originally intended to be some sort of patio, because it has, if you saw in the photographs, it just has a turned down concrete slab. The rest of the house, it's the corner, and I gave you the measurements on the drawing. So coming off the corner, like 20 feet to the south
Right.
and 20 feet to the east, it's just a turned down slab, but the house the roof and everything and framing is constructed as if it's a house. So
Okay.
the rest of the house has an actual county compliant house foundation.
Okay.
There was carpeting in that room, and there was a small bathroom in there. We want to take that, it's a bathroom that, it's a regular 30-inch tub, a toilet, and a lavatory this wide. We were trying to turn that into our master bedroom, so we want to replace the existing bath with a larger bathroom without giving up. If we try to put that inside that foundation, there's not enough space over there for closets and everything else that for closet space and everything else. We'd have to take a lot of closet space and turn it into a bathroom to make a decent sized bathroom. So we wanted to go on the outside of the house. When we bought the house, there was carpeting there. We pulled the carpeting up. The floor had settled about 3/4 of an inch in that whole area, and there was a big radius crack in there. It looked like there was a tree stump or something under it. There's a lot of tree stumps in the yard. So we spent about $4,000 putting self-leveling concrete in there to bring it up to the rest of the floor, and we pulled up the carpet and put tile in. And then, sorry, I lost my train. And then a couple of years later, we were trying to figure out how to deal with the settlement. We hired a contractor who came in and put screw jacks all around that corner. So we have helical screw piles, 6 of them around that corner of the house, just to support it, to keep it from settling further.
Please get closer to
Oh,
the
I'm
mic.
sorry.
When the red light flashes up there, he can't
So-
hear you good.
With the space available, so we're trying to turn that into our master bedroom so we can, enjoy the view out to the pool and everything else. We just didn't want to go in there and start cutting up that floor and lose all the space because of the condition that we just prefer to leave it alone. So we wanted to build the bathroom addition on the outside and there's also a porch addition. It's in our plan. We're going to do a porch across the back and the bathroom on the side, which is going to completely encapsulate that porch foundation and replace it with a regular house foundation. Even the porch is going to be a full house foundation. So we're trying to kind of solve that structural problem and prevent any more settlement. With the bathroom, like with the 10-foot setback, we can get a 6-foot from foundation to the outer wall of the bathroom addition. We can get 6
This
feet.
is that room he's talking about.
I just turned 64 a month ago. We want to age in place in this house, and what we were trying to accomplish with the bathroom is we wanted to have 36-inch passages, 36-inch clearance around the toilets, basically not a full ADA compliant bathroom, but at least, 36-inch openings and everywhere else,
Sure.
so that if there's a chance that one of us is
Closer to
having-
the microphone,
Oh,
sir.
that one of us having trouble moving a few years, we're spending $300,000 on the upgrade of the house right now to try and make it our forever home, and we wanted to make sure we had a bathroom that we could age in place and it wasn't suddenly going to be a problem because we
Sure.
can't get through the door. So
Sure.
so all we needed to get to that 36-inch dimension with the layout of the bathroom was we need 9 inches.
Yeah, yeah.
We have an 8-foot fence between our neighbors, the Roundtrees, on that side. We have an 8-foot fence on the other side. We have a lot of privacy on that side. No one can see it. We just didn't think it was a big deal. None of our neighbors, I didn't bring letters, but all my neighbors, no one has any objection to this. It was really just an issue of trying to achieve an accessible bathroom.
Right, right.
So I apologize. I actually thought that this wasn't going to be a big deal, but I guess it is.
One thing I'm not sure was clear.
You need to
Okay.
come to the microphone. please.
This is my wife, Heather. She's not on the deed, otherwise she'd have been up there.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm Heather Marsh, his wife. One thing I'm not sure you made
Have to swear
clear.
her in.
Oh, yeah.
Oops, sorry.
I have swear you in. State your name and address again for the record, please, ma'am.
Heather Marsh, 1857 Osprey Bluff Boulevard, Fleming Island, Florida, 32003.
And do you swear that everything you're about to state is the truth, so help you God?
Absolutely, yes.
Good. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, so I'm not sure he made it clear, but the northeast corner of the home, it was actually a patio slab, not a house slab. So years ago, the county inspector or someone let this happen to where there was a roof put on, building was enclosed, the patio became a bedroom with a bathroom. And now we're trying to fix that. We've done what we could to fix it. Like you said, we spent $4,000 on leveling it out, and then we also spent, what was it, 12 or 13, 14, 15,000 on those screws?
$18,000 each short up this corner of the house.
Just to make
Trying to-
the home something that can actually be a livable home and not keep falling apart.
Right.
So now we're just trying to get a little bit of space so we can put in a bathroom on the outside, and it's only one section of it. Like most of the bathroom would actually fit within this, the current zoning. It's only I don't know, 10,
Do you have the drawing that?
yeah, sorry, we both were
Yeah.
working. He was actually in Tampa area today.
We have the
so-
one that shows,
Yeah,
You
we,
got-
we
yeah,
know,
we had-
we can follow what you're doing.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
We're both engineers and used to having drawings and being able to point to things and stuff like that, and it's kind of awkward that we don't right now. But anyway, this is something that I think for us, it's just going to make the home better value and also correcting the mistakes that were made in the past before we actually bought the home. We've had to put a lot into this, and we're just hoping that you guys will give us a variance just to be able to put in a proper bathroom. So, thank you.
okay, thank you. Any questions of the applicant?
No.
Do you have any questions? Okay. Now, okay, I'm going to open up to public hearing. Anybody that's here that wants to,
You gonna wake somebody up? Bring
you
them
see
in?
it? Jamie, you want to come and talk about this at all? No? Okay. I'm closing the public hearing. The county attorney's the only person here. So, okay.
It's opened up.
Questions to
I
the,
just say, I can understand not wanting to mess with that slab. In fact, I was looking at a potential house last week, end of last week. Patio, same type of thing. Patio, that had been closed in, but the foundation along the edges was evidently fine because the walls and the roof were fine. But the slab was, like this. I mean, you can see the steps, the big gap like this, and if you've got it supported and, had whoever go in and fix that, I would not want to mess with that slab again by doing anything else. So the idea of keeping, making the bathroom a little wider to keep away from doing that, to me is a good thing. And on that note, I'd make a recommendation to approve.
This is,
17.
17, yeah, 250017. Okay.
As submitted.
Do I have a second?
I would second.
And I have a second for approval. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, you passed 4-0. Good luck.
Thank you very much. We
Could
appreciate you
I
all.
ask you guys to hang on? I've got a question that has nothing to do with your house, but you can
Sure.
help me.
He lives across the creek.
Thank you. I figured as much. I'm curious as to where you live, because we're always looking at your house probably from our dock. Not our dock,
No,
but our community
no.
dock. So,
I'm not on the water. If you
Neither
go
are we.
down swimming, if you go down Swimming Pen Drive, I'm the last house on the right. Two-story cedar front, weird-looking house, weird shape.
We're good. We saved like $600,000 on the price of our house by not being on the water, and so we're very happy.
If you would, though, just
We're
hang on.
spending it now,
Hey,
though.
thank you. I realized that, this was a lift for you guys, and I'm very pleasantly surprised, and I really appreciate that you guys are supporting us. We're investing. We love it here. We love our community. We're investing all we have to get this house to be one of the nicer neighborhoods. It's one of the worst looking houses in the neighborhood. It's gonna be the best when we're done, and
I saw your driveway.
you saw it. Yeah, that's the beginning. Yeah.
If you would just hang tight 2 minutes, I'll be there.
Great.
Yes.
Well, thank you all very
Thank
much.
you.
We
Okay,
appreciate it.
thank you.
Thank you.
Jenny, do we have a meeting set for
January?
January?
I know there's nobody here, but you have to open it and close it for reasons, because we're being.
Okay, now I'm opening the public hearing. Seeing nobody, I'm closing the public hearing. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Got you back.
Do we have applications for January?
I have not received an application, no,
Alright.
sir.
Okay. Brandon is now no longer on our board.
We're working on it.
Getting him back or what?
No, we're working on getting,
Somebody new?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is our protocol? Do we send a thank you letter? Do we send a plaque? What do we do? I mean,
He wasn't here very long. He never got out of his rookie contract.
well, that's true. But
what would you like to do, Chair?
I don't know. What do we, we've gone through 1,000 people in the last 10 years. I mean, what do we normally do? Do we say a thank you, a letter of appreciation, or you serve from this day to that day and they can frame it if they want to?
We can certainly do that and have everybody sign it.
Let's do that. Let's do
Okay.
that. I appreciate everybody that volunteers to be on this board, and we appreciate our staff too. Even sound like you have something,
It's the time of day. I cough. It knows I'm in a hearing.
it's called night timers.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let us know whenever our next meeting is and we'll be here. Okay, with that, we're adjourned.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.